our club. Thank you so much, Lucky. And have you made the script? Okay, so everyone, this meeting is going to be recorded, and later on, our recording will be shared in our YouTube channel. So if you feel like uncomfortable with it being shared, you can contact us or you can tell us through the chat box. Or if we can just redact it out later. Okay, just please let us know if you feel like you are uncomfortable with that our meeting is going to be shared later. Okay. Yeah, I think we can full screen it. In the corner left, itu kan ada strip gitu. Ya, coba. Oke ya. Itu yang pojok kirinya tuh dimatiin dikit. Nah. Okay. So everyone, happy Friday evening. Welcome to Indonesia Finance Toastmasters Club. Before we officially start the meeting, I'm going to introduce you to our little club. First thing first, it is the introduction of di scroll aja saya di kanan kiri ada scroll page. Mohon ini PDF. So, what is Toastmasters Club? Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skill through a worldwide network of clubs. We have 364,000 members across 145 countries, divided into 16,200 clubs. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skill, resulting in greater self-confidence and perspective. We've been around since 1924, so we've helped people since. Next. What makes us different is that we have pathways. So pathways are the path that best align with your interest and objective you form joining Toastmasters. We have 11 pathways ranging from presentation mastery to visionary communication. If you see Toastmasters as a university, you may see pathways as your major. So you can choose 1 or 2 or 3 in the future that can best serve your purpose in in every pathways, there will be like 5 levels, and in every level, you have to finish several projects. So you can see it as a game. Some question. Now, after getting to know about Toastmasters in general, we are getting to know about our particular club, Ministry of Finance Toastmasters Club. We were initially BKF, or Badan Kebijakan Fiskal. Badan Kebijakan Fiskal is one of a unit in Ministry of Finance. We were chartered in early April 2017 by our founding fathers, Irwanda Wisnuwardana and Andi Ogabe. We are a club, family, a safe place for you to have fun and to grow your leadership and public speaking in English. Mind to tell you, Toastmasters is not an English club. You may find any other Toastmaster using different languages. You may find Bahasa Toastmasters, Mandarin Toastmasters, Korean Toastmasters, but in Ministry of Finance, we choose English as our main language. Next. These are the beautiful faces of our ex-clubs, and this is where we hone our leadership skill by taking care of the clubs. So me as the club president, we have Aan as our TPE, who currently lives in Bima. Bima is like across Java Island, so she couldn't be with us today. We have Irene here as our TPPI. We have Radita Agustina, who is on her way. We have Toastmaster Marcella, our secretary, who is, I don't know, in Buddhist, they also have nyekar. So nyekar is like visiting a graveyard. Visiting graveyard for our ancestors. Yeah, ngebeng. She said. Ngebeng. But in her religion, she also visit her ancestors' grave. So she couldn't come today. We have Mbak Anja, Nurtina Senja, our treasurer here, and we have Akara as our SAA. Pretty almost complete our skills today. These are our members, but it's not updated yet. And perhaps Anna, do you want to see your face here? I'm not be tired to ask you to be our member. Okay.
I'm still thinking about it.
Sena and other people here. Why? Why you should join us as a member? Because there are a lot of benefits. First, it will improve your public speaking skill. Of course, you'll have the chance every Friday. It will build your leadership skill by being more exposed or by taking role in our meeting. About role takers, I'm going to explain it later. And then it will help you practice your writing and presenting in a group setting. So in finishing your pathways, you have to deliver some projects and you have to write down your speech, right? So that's where the writing part comes in. You will gain a competitive advantage in the workplace since all the skill that you learn and Toastmasters are very, very applicable in your workplace. It will build your self-confidence and self-awareness. You have unlimited personal growth. You will work on networking in a supportive environment. So it's just like today we have Toastmasters Sandia here from India. We may have a lot of Muslim Toastmasters from Malaysia, from Singapore, and like tomorrow we're going to have a division contest in which we're going to connect with other members from another area. So it's very fun. And lastly, it will maximize your potential. Next. Okay, if you're wondering what are we doing in every meeting, we are going to have three main agendas. The first is the prepared speech. It's a member-only session where our member delivers their project in pathways. And the second agenda would be the demo topic session. This is where everyone can participate by answering our prompt given by our demo topic later on. And you have to deliver an impromptu speech from 1 to 2.5 minutes. And lastly, we have evaluation session. This is what makes us different also because we will help you evaluating your speech and we will evaluate the meeting in general. If you want to know more about our meeting guidelines, please visit our Instagram page and see the highlight below. This is the role takers that I've been talking about in our meeting. So in every meeting, we have people who taking care of the meeting in that day. First, we have Toastmaster of the meeting, or we call it Tom. It is like the MC of the meeting. We have double topic master, the one that will lead the double topic session. We have general evaluator, the one that will lead the evaluation session. We have timer and grammarian. It's pretty self-explanatory, but for grammarian, this person also counts the use of word of the day or idiom of the day. So in every meeting, we have our word of the day or idiom of the day that we highly encourage you guys to incorporate those words in your speech so that we will count it and that will add your probability in being selected as the guest of the day. Next, we have a hunter. If you tend to buy time in your speech by saying or any repetitive words, we have someone who will count it for you and make you aware of it so that you can decrease it. That's that. And lastly, we have ballot counter, the one that will count the vote for the best double topic speaker, the best prepared speaker, and the best evaluator. If in that day we have a member who delivered their speech. Next. We have our meeting every Friday. We've been trying hybrid since 2023. So you may come through Zoom, or if you are residing in Jakarta or working in Central Office of Ministry of Finance, don't hesitate to come offline in our meeting room in ABW, Activity-Based Workplace, Ruang Ki Agus Ahmad Badrudin. Okay, from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Jakarta time, that's our normal schedule. But since it's Ramadan, we will advance it into 4 to 5:30 p.m. Jakarta time, so that you have time to prepare for your income. And if you wish to come, don't forget to register yourself through the link bit.ly/rsvp-. The good news is it's open for everyone, not limited to Ministry of Finance staff only. Besides Handia here, she's not Ministry of Finance staff, but she could come. So you can take anywhere, anyone with you to the meeting. And if you wish to be a member of us, don't hesitate to contact our free membership Toastmaster Dita through her contact below. Last but not least, don't forget to follow our Instagram at MY Toastmasters Club for more info and meeting updates because we mainly use our Instagram for our announcements. I think that's all, everyone. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to ask us through the chat box or through the Instagram page, I guess, right? So with this, I officially open the meeting. I think we are still waiting for Karitalong. Okay, so actually, guys, tomorrow I'm going to have my contest.
Why are you saying loudly?
Because so everyone in Toastmaster, we have contest It's an annual contest. The contest will advance from club level to area level, into division level, and then into district level. And if you are winning in the district level, you may go to the international convention. So you will, fighting with another Native Americans with more fluent English. And currently, Ministry of Toastmasters Club will compete in division level. It will take time. It will take place tomorrow at Perpustakaan Nasional. So you may come offline or online, but you should come online. Yes. Offline. From 9 a.m. if I'm So perhaps while we are waiting for Radhika, I think I'm going to have like questions here if you don't mind, because I have a very big stage fright now. So perhaps by practicing in front of people that I feel comfortable with, perhaps it could hone my skill. I don't know. So everyone, if you don't mind, we are still waiting for our role taker. I think for our online attendees, you can watch me practicing my speech, because tomorrow I will compete in international speech contest. You want me to? Of course. I saw it's 500 Okay, so I'm going to look so solemn like that. Well, I forgot about it. I forgot. I just remembered it this morning. I don't know whether I still remember it or not, because it's like already almost a month after I last practiced it. It's okay. It's the night before the match. Of course. So that's why I will make mistakes here, so I don't want to make mistakes tomorrow. Okay. So everyone, I'm going to present you my speech. Please give me any input. Okay. So my speech, sejujurnya I'm so thirsty right now. Your throat is so dry. Yeah. Only 1 minutes more. Yeah, and then I kind of forget the whole text. I'm just going to do it my way. So my title would be So my speech title would be Parallel Kindness. So Manja, if you help me, please perkenalkan. Medika Brindila, Parallel Kindness, Medika Brindila. Okay, ready? Wait. Can I start? Parallel Kindness. Medika Febriandila, Parallel Kindness, Medika Febriandila. Parallel kindness. My title sounds rather scientific, doesn't it? According to physics, parallel means linear, or when something corresponds to something. So, what is the relationship between parallel and kindness? Well, that's my concept of kindness. That kindness is always parallel. Once you do good, you will receive your good back. It is a simple theory. My life experience, however, told me that it took a complicated process to understand that simple theory. Contest chair, honorable judges, fellow Toastmaster, and esteemed guests, today I'm excited to share with you such life experience of mine. So, my parents and I work in Jakarta, but our offices are located in different regions of Jakarta. Every day, we go together by car from our home to my dad's office at Orlando. From there, me and my mom took different bus routes to our respective offices, and we used the same route to go home. Every time I take the bus, I always give up my seat to basically everyone who needed the seat more than me, even if they were not very good passengers. Well, you may see me as an angel because I do look as beautiful as an angel, but I hate to break it to you that actually I'm not the kind at heart. The reason why I gave up my seat is simply because I expect people to do the same thing to me if I need a seat in the future. And that future happens. One day, I just got back from a very exhausting business trip, and I got to go home with a very heavy backpack. While I waited for my bus, my heart whispered, Dear God, this is the perfect moment for you to repay my kindness. I couldn't imagine having to stand up along the way with this heavy backpack. Please, 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 let me have a seat. Yes, upon hearing my prayer, the Almighty God decided to answer, look. The bus was crowded, the seats were all taken, and nobody, I mean nobody, gave up their seat to me. Feeling exhausted and disappointed, I became furious. Why is nobody being kind to me, despite my daily effort to be kind? I think that the concept of kindness is random. There's no point in me being kind to people because they don't guarantee that people will treat me kind too. Just mind your own business, not made from the one. That was what I thought to myself. After I arrived at my dad's office, I met my mom. It's like any other regular daughter. I whined to her about what happened at the bus. Did you guess what was my mom's reaction upon hearing my story? It's like any regular mother, soothing me, calming me. She laughed so loud to the point that I got mad. Mom, what did my mom take out of my misery? And she answered, you are so unlucky. Thank you. Because someone they always give up their seat to me. Initially, they did that because I look old. But after hearing your story, I got all of my seats from you. Without you realizing it, your act of kindness might inspire people to do the same thing on their next trip. And perhaps that person next trip happened to be on the same bus with me. And what? They give their seat to me. So it's all thanks to you, honey. Because of your kindness, you have saved me from this ankle and joint pain. My mom's joking response struck me hard. It made me realize that I've been selfish all this time. I think that my kindness should be returned to me only as maybe. I didn't realize that when my mom was prevented from being tired, in pain during her way, it made me happy too, because I couldn't be here seeing my mom in pain, tired, or just sick in a way. In the end of the day, I was the one receiving back my own kindness, but indirectly through my mom. This life experience had taught me that actually the concept of kindness is not random. The concept of kindness is indeed parallel. Once you do good, you will receive your kindness back to you. However, I was so narrow-minded in defining you, or me in this case. I define me as myself only. But it turns out, I consist of my family, my friends, people that I love, everyone in my life that have intertwined with me and has shaped me as a person. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope my speech today would be a calling for you to stop being kind if you expect people to do the same thing to you. But rather, start shifting your focus and broaden your perspective. That doing kindness is because you want to make people around you happy, because happiness is contagious, and eventually you'll get impacted by it. And the good news is, you're already on the right path. But how? By joining Toastmasters. Toastmaster nurtures you while you nurture others. Be it your current Toastmaster, your soon-to-be Toastmaster, you name it. And I am so glad that I am in this nurturing journey with you to spread more kindness to the world. Thank you, and back to you, Thomas.
The night before you.
No, you hear it, I'm shaking.
Yeah, I actually noticed
Yeah.
several times when you move your hands, it's actually shaking.
And I'm so normal. Because tomorrow we'll be fasting too, right? I don't know to maintain my. Everyone is so cool. If you watch the previous match in area level, everyone was intimidating. I didn't even expect that I won. I don't know why, because I'm beautiful, perhaps. Because
You have more than your face.
the more competitors are men's. Do we have? Okay, I think that's the end of my practice speech, guys. Please, if you have any input, one you can put me so that I can fix it before tomorrow.
Okay, that's what I'm here with the comment first.
And I noticed that you did not take any break. I mean,
Yeah.
the fillers, she didn't use it,
Yeah.
right? She was smooth.
Yeah.
But as you said, like the hand gesture.
Yeah. You should be. Your
But you have one speech.
Yeah.
That's
No pause at all, like, usually like when we're speaking, we take a break to like remember what we're supposed to say next. You didn't do that. Yeah, it's great, it's awesome, it's like you don't be surprised if you want.
okay. Great.
The way you change your tone when your mom was speaking.
Okay, thank you.
That was good.
Yeah.
That
I
changed
text
that
you.
very smooth.
Yeah. And actually the hand gestures actually mean something, like when she say expand, like her hand expand, when she say it's parallel, it meant something, I would
Yeah.
just say like gibberish. There's like word me. It's not showing my hands.
Yeah. And hopefully my shaking hand.
It's very minor. The pronunciation mistakes, yeah, but it's very minor, so that is perfect.
I know you say it because you're my friend.
No, I'm very objective for fun.
Okay.
If you're bad, I will say that you're bad.
Okay. Anyone?
If you're bad, you will.
If you watch another speaker, it's like he is very fluent. He is from Singapore. Of course, he is more fluent than me, and he has his speech coach by his speaking coach. It's a professional coach, and he himself wondered, why did I lose? I didn't know. I wasn't the judges. All I could do is like comforting him because we all surprised. I thought I'm going to be third. I know I'm going to win, but not.
Yeah, this is gonna be pretty.
Yeah, because I thought, yeah, okay lah, I think okay lah, like that. And it makes me like gitu kan. But this person is losing the third. The third winner is someone else, and we are in offline telling like, it's audible. It's like it's very audible. The heart, you're like. So many mysterious things in our judgment, but that's the art of contest. I think there are several, even before we contesting, we tend to check on the judges' ballot to make sure that we check all the requirements, because sometimes there's this minor requirements that we forget, and that's the winning point that makes us lose with another competition. So, yeah, I am thankful because I won, but now I have to contest again, yeah. So everyone, please watch me tomorrow, okay, at 9. But my turn will be at 10. I got another. No, the next level will be only first winner. So first out of 6, it's very high. What is it?
High competition.
High competition, and it's very close probability, small probability, and I don't like gambling, so yes. Okay, it's already like, oh, we've been talking so. I think we're still waiting for Kadita, and we cannot wait forever. I guess we can just like go through it, and I'm going to check with our Tom, Toastmasters Kiki. Hi, Toastmaster Kiki.
Master Kiki, please unmute and unveil.
Toastmaster Kiki, in the account you are not saying anything.
I think you like attend the meeting.
Yeah, I thought you are coming offline here.
Yeah, you need to order now. If it's later, it will be.
I don't think Toastmaster Kiki is responding right now.
Yeah.
You are coming, but you are not coming. Okay, I think I'm going to take the wheel for a while. So everyone, Everyone can check ini enggak di MOM Kadita and
Yeah.
Kiki where are you? Okay, so everyone, that's the end of our practice meeting. Now we're going to start our meeting officially. Our Tom, Mr. Kiki, I think he is away from the keyboard, so I'm going to take the wheel for a while. So everyone, welcome to the summer. So today's I'm going to be a lecture Tom. I'm going to read you the theme of the day. So our theme today would be self-control to rescue. Why did we choose that theme? Because yesterday we have Nyepi. So Nyepi is a big religion day where our Hindu, what is it in English? Hindu. Yeah, Hindu. Our friends from Bali, they are believing. They are believing in Hinduism, and they celebrate Nyepi. So Nyepi means they are taking a day off from everything. They turn off the electricity. They didn't eat electricity. They fasted. They didn't play with their phones. All they did in that day is contemplating about their life, their past sins, and their future accomplishments. So I think it's a very great day. And today we have so in Ramadan, Muslims people are fasting. We are taking control of our hunger, thirst, and lust and everything, devilish things. So that's why we have self-control at our theme, because we celebrated two main self-control days in Indonesia. We have our word of the day is unearthed being discovered. For example, scientists unearthed that fasting is one of the best way to improve your self-control. Or for example, I just unearthed that we have to pay if we want to park in our office. It's like that. A simple way to do it. So we highly encourage you guys to incorporate unearthed into your speech today. For our meeting today, we have two main agendas. The first would be table topic session, and lastly, we have our evaluation session. Because sadly, we won't have any member to deliver the speech. That's why, as the president, I encourage everyone to deliver your speech. Let's finish your preparation. Because we want to attain the select distinguished award for our club. Okay, please advance your speech as soon as possible. Without further ado, we are going to advance to the next session. But before we start, we are going to introduce our role takers of the day. They will be led by our GE, none other than the beautiful lady. Yeah, the difference is that I'm not with my phone. So me without my phone is me as a GE. So as a GE, my role today would be to lead the evaluation session, but I will not be alone. I will be helped by my team, and I'm going to call them one by one to introduce themselves and their roles respectively. First thing first, I want to call the person from the very nearest to the camera. I think it's Raki. Raki as our Guardian, is it? Yes, our favorite Guardian of the year. So please come here and introduce yourself. Oh my God, you're so tall.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody, or should I say evening? It's evening, I guess. My name is Toastmaster Akara Waragain, or you can just call me Akara or Ranki for short, since we have two Rankis here apparently. And today I will be acting as everybody's grammarian. So as the name might state, it's pretty self-explanatory what the grammarian does. I keep track of any grammar mistakes that you might use during your speech at the table topic session. But there is one thing that I should tell all of you is that you don't need to be afraid of the grammarian. It's the grammarian who's actually afraid to take note of everyone's mistakes, because my grammar knowledge is not all that. So let's just say that. So if you will, let's just take the grammarian notes as some kind of motivation for us to improve ourselves in terms of English grammar. And it is also my duty to keep the record for everybody's uses of the word of the day, which our president has kindly explained to us before. Our word of the day today is unearth, which means to discover. So an example you would use it in a sentence would be like, scientists have unearthed that fasting is the best way to learn self-control. It's just an example. You may use the word any way you like. So I guess that's all from me. I will give the control back to the GE committee.
Thank you so much. That's not my phone. Okay. Thank you so much.
We have
Saying yourself and your role as our appropriate. Now we are moving on to the person who is to the person who is next to Mbak Anja. It is untuk kita sana. Asal welcome. I first here.
So this is my very first time being in this building and being on the TV. Thank you for accepting me for this time. So yeah, I was given well before that, my name is Namaki. You can call me SDBTM Sena. Finally here, yeah. I'm currently given the task to count the votes as a ballot counter. So I think for sure.
How do you want your vote to be?
I can through the chat.
Yeah,
I can
everyone.
chatting through the Zoom.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, how about people?
Oh, my.
So you have to decide. You can hold it.
Okay, okay, I'm thinking about it.
Again, thank you so much, Sena. Everyone, at the end of our meeting, don't forget to cast your vote to our ballot counter. So kita Sena through the chat box. If you are in online setting, for us, if you're setting, I think we can work out with some papers and then. Okay, now we're moving on to the person next to me. It is Toastmaster Irene. Irene, the stage is yours. Yes. That's.
So guys, let me introduce myself. My name is Iran. You can call me Iran. Iran is not everyone. And right now, I will be your timer for today. So you have to notice my account name in the Zoom. It's Iran, timer Iran, and you to see my account. So my screen will change into green. So at 1 minute in this double topic speech sessions, at 1 minute, my screen will change into green, and 1 minute and 30, my screen will change to yellow, and at 2 minutes, my screen will change into red. You have to stop before 2 minutes and 30 if you want to be counted as the last double topic speaker for today's session. So do not forget to see my Zoom name in the Zoom, and I will report for the time that you've been speaking for today. I think that's all for me as the timer. And then again to our general Toastmaster lady.
Yay! So, screen to indicate your time and please stay punctual so that you could be counted at the back. And now, last but not least, you're going to hear from our counter Toastmaster Dita.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Gita, and I'm pretty sure you all know my name. Of course, for you guys, so I'm going to be here for today, just like the name. I think you may see that a counter is someone who is going to pay attention to all of your speeches, and then she is going to spot any uses of your words, like or some meaningful words that we tend to use whenever we buy time to think in speaking. I think this is one of the biggest challenges in speaking, and I'm still struggling with that too. So let's just keep learning together here. And at the end of the session, I'm going to deliver my report about the uses of the or the middle words, all of you. So I think that's all from me. Back to you, Madam.
Thank you so much, Master Dita and folks. That would be all of our takers. And I have to check. Do we have some Aki here? Are you there? Or are you not? No, no. Okay, so I think that Kiki is still away. So I would be the makeshift Tom. Everyone, that would be the end of our team introduction. Now, without further ado, we are ready to embark to our next agenda, in which it is the double topic session. That will be led by none other, the beautiful Toastmaster Martina Silja. Toastmaster, the stage is yours.
We actually first,
Yeah, I am so sorry and I'm so thankful at the same time. Actually, this will accept my own.
you took like 2 rows there, so we appreciate that from you. Hi, good evening, everyone. Master, I see how many participants, common participants do we have? We have to the Master, Yang, Plan, okay. And the Master Selena. Person.
It is the perfect partner of a movie.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Yeah, so we have several online participants, but we are mostly here today. So as several of my other role takers mentioned, is that today our theme is self-control to the rescue. I see that as we near the time to break the fast, I see empty eye looks like we are on the brink of starvation. No, friends, not. It's only the first 2 days we are going to fast through this, and it's going to be over in no time, guys. In 30 days, it will just be over show. So it's like a very useful, ngabuburit, right? Yeah, it's a very useful ngabuburit day for us. So in today's theme, our VPE, right? Our VPE has prepared 10 questions that she gave in order for you to perform your table topic speech. So, who here wants to be the first speaker? It's actually very interesting questions that we have here. Everyone is staring at each other. Yeah, everyone's staring at each other. Maybe there's to be the smarter. Let's head to bunch to try first. Maybe soon to be the smarter or soon to be the smarter Selena. Do you wish to guys wish to I see you open your camera? Don't forget to unmute yourself. Do you want to try?
I'm sorry. There are a lot of unwanted sound here. So I maybe kind of want to make you
Okay, so
play more. Hi.
yeah.
Aren't we supposed to answer a question or something like that?
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
Do you want to try?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so which number do you pick from 1 to
9.
10? Number 9. Okay, so right here I have a quote for you. I will give you some time to think about it. So the quote is that I cannot trust a man to control others who cannot control himself. I will repeat once more. I cannot trust a man to control others who cannot control himself. So to be Tasmaster Selena, are you ready?
Okay.
Okay. So to be Tasmaster Selena, Tasmaster Irene, are you ready? Okay. So to be Tasmaster Selena, the screen is yours.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Of course, I think I cannot really trust someone that don't have self-control on themselves. It's a basic necessity for human being to interact with others, since we are social creature anyways. I think that ability to control yourself is highly correlated with your intelligence level, your experience in life, and how you solve a problem. And because of that, if you don't have any ability to control yourself, therefore you cannot control other men, something like that. Around 2018, I unearthed uh, some idea called stoicism. So it maybe can help someone that cannot control their self when it comes to something that triggering their anger, especially. And ability to control yourself means that you can see everything slowly and dissecting the bigger problems into small chunks or piece of sub problem, and you can approach it in a very nice hypothesis ways, and therefore you can control others, something like that. And self-control, I think, is also correlated by with leadership level and how you perceive yourself when you are in others' shoes. In other words, when you have self-control, means that you have an ability to feel empathy and people can follow you. Yeah, I believe someone with self-control, that's it, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your amazing speech. It's actually a great example. Stoicism, it's like you cannot control in like an impressive way, right? You have to like kind of inspire them in order for them to follow you, in order for them to be controlled. Like it's like control, like you have the ability to be their leader. Because control is part of the same of our leadership, right? So thank you so much for pointing that out today. This is the biggest Marcelina. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please wait for our evaluation session. Or maybe do you wish to point someone from either the online settings or our offline settings? You can see all of us here, right? Maybe who do you wish to speak as the, who do you wish to speak next?
I kind of want Mbak yang on the far right.
Yeah, that's just actually. Speak. So, I'll come to the stage. Oh my God, she's very excited. Yeah. She's very excited.
Speak up like 2 years.
Yeah.
More than 2 years actually.
Yay! My God, is usually people who said that will excel at speaking. Yeah. So, which number would you choose? Number 1. Great. My question for you is, what does self-control mean to you? What does self-control mean to you? Toastmasters, are you ready? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So what does self-control mean to you? 1, 2, 3 minutes.
Okay. Hello everyone, so this is Sandhya here. It's a very interesting question on what does self-control mean to me. So basically, I would say self-control is having more control over their thoughts before acting. And it can also, on the other hand, be in case if you divert, how quick you are back to your normal self. So it can be anything. It can be doing any wrong thing or getting excited or showing your anger on your baby or your son, your kid. So this is what I would say self-control is.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
That's okay, let's shake hands. We forgot to shake hands before you have. balance between giving and taking, like the grip of our life. Yeah, I'm talking too much. Okay, so to Mrs. Nara, Mrs. Tanya, who would you wish to speak as the third speaker? You can point everyone, from everyone here, or maybe someone from the online setting, or everyone here, except me, of course. Everyone from there.
You can talk by yourself. You ask yourself and then you answer the question. It's all independence.
But now which number? What I think it- only one and nine.
I'm going to choose three, my
Three.
lucky number.
Okay. Oh, this is, I think you can relate to this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So my question for you. Have you ever made an impulse purchase? What was it? We want to know.
Oh my god, of course.
We want to know where it came from.
Impulsive purchase.
Okay, let me repeat the question. One more. Have you ever made an impulse purchase? And what was the impulse purchase for? Toastmaster Dita, the screen is yours.
Wait, I'm buying my time, okay? Because I couldn't remember.
It's usually the double dates. 2.2, 3.3.
Beautiful dates. Okay. Okay, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So I think this is such a silly question for me because, of course, I have made so many impulsive purchases in my life. I think it is so much, so many, too many that I don't really remember what are the things that I have bought. But I think one of the things that I have bought impulsively is a shoes, a pair of shoes, because I'm not going to talk more about the stuff, but I'm going to talk about what makes me easily do that. So I think it is because I am a type of person who cannot decide easily. Sometimes it is really hard for me to decide on something. So most of the days I went to the mall, I go to the mall and then whenever the crazy thing is that whenever I don't think I'm going to buy anything, ended up and I bought something. And I think it happens many times to all of us as because sometimes it is because I don't really know what I want to buy. I just don't have any purpose when I went to a mall. But then ended up I buy something. So I think this is a quiet weakness for me because it's just that I don't really know what to do in the mall, and then I just decided to buy something. And I hope that you guys don't really do that because I think the best way to counter that is that we need to have a purpose when we go to some kind of place, some kind of places, right? Because sometimes we just don't really know what to do, and then we just bought something and it becomes our impulsive buying. So I think that's all. I'm sorry for my blabbering because I don't really talk about blabbering and speech. Because I think that's all for me and thank you so much. Tabitha, your head is very cool. Yeah, yeah. I think it's because of the AC. Yeah, it's actually because if I can relate to that so much because when we go to we don't actually have purpose. Women's but then when we got there we saw this huge sign, sale, big sale everywhere. And how we will miss this chance. We ended up buying things that we don't need because well sometimes when we need them, it's not on sale. So then the feeling of disappointed. It's just sometimes the impulsive is good as long as not every time we guys. Achievement.
Yes.
We could buy something that people could buy in a higher price.
Yeah.
To get it.
Yeah.
Double things at the same price.
Yeah. We relate to that so much actually. How much did you buy it? Oh, I got it last year. Just someone, yeah, we relate so much. We especially women. Probably. Okay, Toastmaster Dita. Who do you wish to speak next?
I want to choose. I think he didn't get the chance. Let's make it. That's a bit of fun.
Yeah. Yes, yes, alright.
Oh my God.
Alright.
Did you guys hear me?
Where are you?
I think you open your camera, but we still can't see you.
Don't forget to open your camera.
Yeah,
We are not
Um,
shadows, so like those.
I'm sorry, my laptop is kinda.
Oh,
Let me switch to my phone.
okay.
oh. We have forever for you.
Oh my God.
New jeans. And they are my favorite brand right now.
You know that there's a viral video that went viral.
So we
No, it's like when they ate and it shows that they're very small or yeah, and very small legs. Don't look at me as comparison.
Yeah.
They were small as they never smaller actually.
They have very tight diet. And they're like younger than us, so their metabolism is way better than us. We're like almost old, right?
You know, my metabolic age is.
Is here.
Okay.
Nice to
Hi.
meet you here again. We have your chance to speak. Which number would you pick? Of 1 to 10, except 1, 3, and 9.
And eight.
8. Okay. I have a quote for you, a statement for you, and you can put your thoughts into it. The statement is, the best fighter is never angry.
Okay, the best.
The best fighter is never angry. Thank you so much to Master Tita for typing the quotes as well. So the Tita's master plan, are you ready?
Kinda.
Okay, so the Tita's master plan, the screen is yours.
Okay. Hello. Okay. Thank you for giving me the chance to speak. My name is Franz Rosso Sinaga from Bea Cukai Malabo or Customs Malabo. So I was given a quote: "The best fighter is never angry." Wow. First of all, we need to define what is fighter. A fighter is someone who is willing to do everything to reach their goal. Maybe that's what's a fighter for me. And it's never angry. So maybe it means in order to achieve those goals, you are allowed to do everything except angry. Because I think that if you are eventually getting angry, all the goals that you are achieve would mean nothing, I guess. Because at the end of the day, you're angry, like you're not happy, you're not content with what you achieve. So the best way to fight anything is to never be angry. Oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's such a very interesting state because I would think that you would disagree because if it were me, I would disagree a lot because not being angry, well, angry is a normal emotion, right? We get angry sometimes, we get upset, we get angry, and it's healthy but it's unhealthy to keep it on ourselves. But we can express it, but of course in a healthy way, in a healthy environment, we still need to think and not just let anger controls us. We still can control that anger and use it to our good. And I think it's an interesting thing, but because I from what I got from the is that you have this hard work ahead of you, right? And if you lose yourself, like you become angry as ever, and it could ruin your life. It could possibly ruin your life. Yeah, let's take the case that we faced recently, right? So yeah, it's not even our anger, yeah, but he made all of us angry, right? So this is the best time for us to practice our self-control. So thank you so much, Toastmasters. So would you would you like
Thank
to
you.
speak next? You can point someone from here or from the online.
Is there anyone?
Yeah, if you don't know the name, you just can point the one with the blue shirt, the one typing into iPad.
Oh, okay. I choose
The red
a
sweater. Okay, one with batik.
our gentleman in black shirt and black.
Which one? Which one? Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Yes. Dia mau salah. Jangan control. Madam is teacher. So which number would you choose?
Number 4.
Number 4. Oh
Yeah.
my God. So confident. Do you know the question list? Okay. My question for you is, it's not a question, it's a statement. Willpower gets you started. Habits get you results. You can
Okay.
agree, disagree.
Gets you
Willpower gets you started.
started.
Okay. Habits get you results.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I need to admit this because I forgot your name.
Senamati.
Yes, and
Okay, so thank you for the very great quotes that is given on me. Personally, I don't think I'm the right person to be asking about self-control at all, because arguably I'm one of those kind of people who can't control themselves in terms of diet, in terms of anything. It is normally, but from what I've learned, I think I've struggled with self-control for the last 5 years. It's so hard for me to be someone who I'm planning to be. But in the journey of being a better person, I would say, starting, or in this case, willpower makes it starting, makes everything start. I kind of agree with that kind of statement because it takes a great amount of will to start a good habit. And it takes consistency or good habits to start or to make yourself a better person. So it's kind of like a process in terms of self-control, I would say. But I'm still right now. I'm also still struggling. So I guess it's not the best thing to accept things from me in this case. Yeah, I'm still learning, but I think one of the speeches that someone said previously kind of inspired me, but I forgot which. I think it's about who had the previous one? Oh, before that.
Impulsive buying.
Oh, I think I forgot which. Yeah, so I think that's for my speech. Thank you.
That's so much like willpower gets you started. I mean, how many times that we have this surge of excitement
Right.
to start something new? Oh, this hobby is quite interesting. I should that. Maybe in the long run, we could be an expert, right? But then after we start to get bored. Oh, it's hard. And when it's hard, and then we just abandon it. Like,
Right.
yeah, it needs willpower gets you started, habits get you results. Sometimes we just need like to put our, let's say we are trying to write a story. Like writing a story, you have these big ideas in your head, right? And you at the first time you just start writing like crazy, and then afterwards you just like kind of given up little by little. But yeah, it's just like we just need to put like one sentence, two sentences. I'm not giving advice because actually I have zero self-control as well. But what we do each day is that we push through,
and we do what we can, as little as it looks. As little as it is, but even if it's just, yeah, progress, just our matter, like, just one or two sentences, it's still progress. Don't abandon your inbox anywhere. So thank you so much for the resource. And maybe we can have one more speaker, because what the minister busy ordering food, I think. Ordering us, okay. We can conclude the session. Yeah, and he's not answering every time I call him. Perhaps he
I think
he will say something.
I think he. Are you there?
Yeah, I think it's.
Hello, guys. Sorry.
Oh my God. Sadita, he will answer. Then you ask his good.
Sorry, my day's kinda all over the place today.
Okay, it's okay.
Sorry for ghosting you.
I think
Well,
we used to get.
Just wait for your karma then.
Yeah.
You get ghosted eventually. It's para and kindness.
Yeah.
Feel this. Okay. So maybe the speech from Sunto because Master Sana conclude our table topic session. Thank you everyone. Okay, thank you so much for having answered table topic master. So terus Master aja as table topic master, I'm out. Back to you, Master Mary. Yay! Thank you so much, Master Anja, for being such a stellar topic master of the day, even though she's last minute topic master. So I'm so thankful for you, Master Anja. We are ready to embark on the last agenda, in which it is the evaluation section. So do not join me again. I hope that you will not get bored listening to my beautiful voice. So I'm going to start the evaluation session. As the GE, I'm going to conclude the session by delivering my general evaluation of the meeting, but that would be the end of the session. Now I'm going to call my team to deliver their respective results with the respective report in regards to their roles today. So I'm going to call first. Initially, I asked Naki right before, but now I'm going to have it reversed. I'm going to ask Sabita report as our founder. So if you wish to share your screen, you just can do it over there.
I think I'm disabled to do screen sharing.
Yes, of course, it's panicking right now. Naki is going to give you the
Please.
the control. Please.
All participants.
Okay, so it's all fine. Terus Sabita, the screen is yours.
Wait a minute, I'm going to.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, nice. Thank you very much, madam. So hi everyone, back to me again, and now I'm becoming the counter. I'm going to deliver my report. So I suppose that we have 5 speakers previously, right? Or the first one is something with Toastmaster Sally, and then second one is Toastmaster Sandia. Am I calling your name right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's me, Toastmaster Dita, and also soon to be Toastmaster Tuan and soon to be Toastmaster Senapati. So here is my report, everyone. So the thing is, as you can see here, all people, perhaps except me, mention words just less than 2. 2 is the maximum. So I think this is one of the great things that we have today, because usually we have like 5 or more than 5, and I think this has been progress for all of us. And also, I think most of it is or So I think it's quite easy to say that when we are planning time to think, and I still do that. And I think one of the way to improve it is by practicing together here, by giving speech and also taking your challenge to give some kind of speech here. And I think I also noticed that some people Toastmaster Senapati had some kind of repetitive words like who. That's what I remember, but I think it's not something major. That's okay. And I want to highlight some of the things that I think this is quite interesting, and I think it's really great for us to practice to use whenever we're trying to speak. The first one I noticed from Sunti Toastmaster is that is her organized thoughts. If you pay attention to her speech previously, I think we can see that he really has the flow in her speech. It's like
she already knew what she wanted to deliver in her speech. And I think it's quite interesting to notice that. And also, I also noticed careful pauses that Toastmasters and also some of the Toastmasters plans did in their speeches, because it's like instead of using filler words, they use careful pause. It's like it's not too long, but it's not too how do you say it? Singkat ya. Very long. So it's like I call it as careful pauses. So it's not too long, and I think it is good. It's a good thing, because I cite some kind of statement here from the internet that pausing is not a moment of nothing. Rather, it is a tool that can help us to build a connection with the audience, whether it's emotionally or intellectually. I don't really understand what the sentence, but yeah, I'm just gonna put it because it sounds cool. So the last is from Suntimetus Senapati. I noticed that he has a quite good intonation, right? It's like yeah, it's like the up and down. You should join. Yeah. So I think it's quite good in his speech, sorry. It's like you really know how to put the high note and then the low ones, and I think that is great. And also Joe's, we are all agree that is fine. So I think that's all from me about the act reports and some additional reports from all of the speeches. And I think that's all. Thanks you. That's my turn.
All right, thank you so much for Kavita, Sarah. Yeah, I forgot, but I think the Master Raki would go first. Not first. Will go next as our grammarian. So, Master Raki, are you ready? Please share screen. Please show us your summary.
Yeah. They're missing, we're missing you on our district.
Yeah, I think this is one of our yes, sophisticated memory.
And it's like now.
Yeah, and it feels like so expensive.
Yeah, expensive, experts.
Yeah.
That's
Can we just wait for a little bit?
Your grammar.
Need to connect to the same Wi-Fi.
Nice. Just take your time. We know our Wi-Fi is pretty.
We know the waiting is working, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or perhaps we can have Toastmaster Iren verbally reading her time reporter. My phone, Ben. It's very loud, you know. Ben, ini international. Oh, Okay, so while waiting for our grammarian, we have our timer to report her time report.
Yay!
Coba, bentar aja. Polita Ewo.
Let's go, everyone in here. First, I want to let you to forgive myself because I forgot to mention that actually we can be considered as the best public speaker if you speak not more than 2 minutes and 30 and not less than 1 minute. But because I forgot to mention that, it's okay. Everyone, it's okay. This is the first day of us to have a meeting in the fasting day. Right?
Yeah.
So everybody's this has meant to Toastmasters 7. To be oh yeah, Toastmasters. Toastmasters Iren as our trainer. Don't forget to kasih photo to the Sana to the chat box. And while we are the offline, I think we're going to write them something. Oh yeah, we feel like an organic, living, typing something. Okay, so for those coming online, don't forget to catch up to the chat box. And for us here offline, we're going to type in later. Next, we are going to hear from our grammarian, Toastmaster Haki. Okay, you guys. Thank you.
Okay, everybody, back to me again, Toastmaster Akaran as your grammarian. So I have to say that everybody isn't really giving me much to take note of. We have a pretty good pool of speakers today in terms of English and in terms of content. Amazing.
Wow.
So here are my WOD counts. And I should say congratulations to soon-to-be Luna. She is the only one who remembers to use the word of the day into the meeting. And I get it, it's totally okay, because sometimes the word of the day that we choose, it's kind of hard to implement it into our speech when we want to actually talk about something else that doesn't have anything to do with the word of the day. And since the word of the day today is unearth, and the theme is about self-control, it's kind of all right if you don't get to use the word of the day because it's kind of hard to relate to it. So here comes our favorite part, the grammar misuses, which I don't really have anything to give you guys actually, but as a grammarian, I feel like it's my duty to at least give something out there. So I heard somebody mention these two things, which are basically the same mistakes. Somebody mentioned, I can't really remember what are the things. And somebody else mentioned, we need to define what is fighter. It's just a simple misunderstanding of, because we have the word what here, we would think that it's a question, right? If we want to form a question, we would say, what are the things that you like? Or what are the things that make you scared, for example? But in this type of grammar, we can't really ignore that we have this part of the sentence, the beginning part. The same thing here. We have another part of the sentence that is not fully a question. So that makes this a statement rather than a question. So when you want to change or implement a question word into a statement, you actually need to reverse a few of the words, just switch up the positions a little bit. For example, the first one we can say, I can't really
Bisa kita dong with your
remember
oh dirakinya yang lasso.
what
Biar
the
keren.
things are.
Oh.
Yes. So if you can see, like the auxiliary sort of moves at the end.
Nah, kan keren.
The auxiliary sort of moves at the end. I can't really remember what the things are.
Yeah.
And as the second word might go, we need to define what is fighter. So there are actually two mistakes here. The first mistake is just the same as the first one. We need to define what fighter is. So the auxiliary goes to the end. But before fighter, we need to add something else, because as you may know or might not know, that a singular word or a singular noun can't really stand alone like that. You got to put something before it, either a or the. So the sentence would be better if we form it. We need to define what a fighter is. It would be better to form the sentence that way because it makes more sense grammatically. So here are my recommendations for today's meeting. We need to review word order and sentence structure when we're forming our sentences. And it's just, the second one is just about our consistency in forming sentences, like the use of tenses, the use of articles, and all of the grammar rules and stuff like that. Just be consistent with it. And this is our favorite part. I took note of remarkable quotes from one of our speakers today. It's not nepotism, guys. It just so happens. It just so happens that my friend has a great quote. So the quote is, it takes a great amount of will to build good habits, because it's so true in my personal experience.
That's literally the
I
question.
can't. For the life of me, I can't build good habits. So I think it's quite a remarkable quote in today's session, even though the question, but I gotta feel the need to put it out there. So I guess that's all for me. Thank you very much. I hope that we can all learn something from today's evaluation session. So I'll give the control back to Madam G.
Thank you so much, Becky.
Can I ask for the votes for?
No, but I think it's already like 5:30. You have to
Okay.
raise answer, right?
Right.
I think you and Rocky can
Yeah.
raise first. We can.
We can collect.
Yeah.
it.
We will not take your food. Yeah. Yeah, let's fight. So we are going to wrap up. You just pray, and after that, you will announce the winner. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't forget that. Oh, yeah.
Just pray. Okay, so our voice will the voice, not ours, not ours. I'm not their mother. Okay, so everyone, that's the report from our role takers. I think that's pretty great reports from everyone. And now, waiting for the chat. Everyone, please cast your vote through the chat box to kita Master Sena if you are coming online. And for those offline, please type in the name. It's okay to put for yourself. I do it often because I learn myself. It's okay, just do it. Now I'm going to give my general evaluation of the meeting. First, about the punctuality, we started very late because this is the first day of Ramadan time implementation. So normally, as a civil servant, we have our work time from 8 to 5 p.m. right? But now since it's Ramadan, we are working from 8 to 3:30 p.m. But our boss still makes us work until almost 4. So that's why some of our role takers were coming late because we still had meetings, we still had some tasks from our boss, and I think it's pretty understandable. So we bought some time by having practice, talk with each other, and I think that's a very good way to buy some. I hope in the next meeting we'll be more punctual so that we have more time for the topic session and we will not end late, just like today. And then for preparation, I think we have a good preparation in terms of theme and word of the day. However, we have like some changes last minute for our takers, and I think that's pretty inevitable since we are all working. Hopefully in the next meeting, we will have more commitment from our role takers so that they won't bail us in last minute. I'm not saying this to blame you or something. I'm not even,
Complain.
I'm not even complaining, but this is just, advice from a GE, right? Purely objective. And next, regarding the vibes, I think this is the first time we have foreigners offline. Well, we have to say you're foreigners because you're so
You
tall.
are foreigner.
Yeah. When you are later going to take picture, people will see that you are not from this world. I mean, I'm not because it's so tall. We're like,
She's a goddess.
yeah. If you are the tree, you are the if we are tree, you are the branches and we are the roots. We are so small.
Actually, I used to be like,
Oh, really? So you are like typically tall.
that average.
The average. Okay, so it's not well. I couldn't say that Indonesian is small. Yeah, it's you that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not our fault, everybody. This is something that we can inherit from our ancestors. This body.
When we're sitting, there's not much hate difference. If that or is that?
My surprise. She called me like in the entrance, and I'm like, "Where are you?" It's found you. Easily. Okay, so when it comes to vibe or enthusiasm, I really like it because both the offline and online settings are enthusiasts. But I think this is our challenge to match up the spirit between the offline and online settings. I kind of afraid that our noises disturb people from online setting because the microphone will catch every noises that are made in the room. Hopefully, if you feel like disturbed with those noises, please let us know. We are going to reduce the unnecessary words and the unnecessary sounds or and then we can what else? We can make it more quiet for you in your online setting. And for those speakers, I love everyone trying to deliver a speech, although you don't really understand or you're not familiar with the question. So I highly appreciate that. I think my food is coming everywhere. So I really appreciate everyone who get the chance or volunteer to take the chance. Lastly, it's about the what is it? I think for the role takers, I think all role takers are very, very great because they are my team. And I hope that we could keep up this kind of spirit in the next meeting for all the role takers. Just like Student Sena, it is his first time taking the role of flying, but he executed very well. Although he hasn't delivered his job, but I believe he will do well. I think that would be all for my general evaluation of the meeting. Now, we're still waiting, yeah. I want to take pictures, but all of our members are away. Perhaps you are waiting for what is it? Not the answer, but we are waiting for the ballot. I think I'm going to pick, yeah, at Toastmasters saya chat. I'm sorry,
I think we have. I think it's anonymous vote. Yes.
What is it? Is it
I never asked for, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He voted.
Okay, so we have everyone in, basically.
Yeah, basically,
Toastmasters, Toastmaster Kiki, do you want to vote?
except Senna and
Hi Kiki. Wake up,
it's Maghrib, almost Maghrib.
and you know Kiki, if you sleep until Maghrib, you can be crazy. That's all.
Improvement, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cocktail.
We have similar products on our phones.
Okay, while we are waiting, everyone, thank you so much for casting your vote. We're still waiting for the others to take some pictures. So for online attendees, please be prepared to take some pictures. Now, while we're waiting, I think I'm going to ask to be because Sandia, this is your first time joining our meeting, right? So I want to hear your remarks or your comments about our meeting. Is there anything that we can improve, or is there anything that you like from our meeting? So please, it's yours first. I want to see you standing. Our lighthouse.
Now it's shoulder.
3, 4 ya. Apa sih 30?
Okay, so I'm so excited to be part of this club. Firstly, looking at the energy.
Wow.
Yeah, I appreciate so much energy, especially from both of you. Yeah,
You will notice that you're fasting, right?
yeah, everybody is so young. Okay, I don't know.
You're young. We are almost the same age. I will be 31 this year.
Okay.
Yeah,
Age is just
true.
but I am 26. I'm way younger than you. Although it's just number, I'm still younger than you.
So yeah, I would like to know everybody personally, maybe that can happen. I don't find anything to be improved. I mean, the venue is so perfect.
This is the arrangement.
Yeah. The arrangement is so perfect. I'm so happy to be part of this. I mean, I am not a Toastmaster right now. Maybe I will come as a guest. I'm here to renew my membership.
So you are an inactive member.
Yeah, yeah. Been like more than 2 years.
Yeah.
Since I was part of. So I was secretary in my previous office. Yeah, I was
Workplace.
yeah.
You were secretary. Oh yeah.
You were
Secretary club for.
Yeah.
Okay, the club,
the club.
Yeah.
The Toastmaster club.
Yeah, that's my second. We're actually very happy to have you here.
So I will need your help to become council.
Okay, so you would like to. Continue.
Yeah, yes, yes.
With our club.
Yes.
Okay, Toastmaster database techniques. Do you want to review or?
Yeah. Mine here.
Yeah. You will see your practice here.
Yeah.
Yes, though, and it's okay if you don't mind answering. What kind of job that your husband is working, like the
It's
company?
manufacturing is into
Oh.
marketing. Yeah. Manufacturing.
That's why it's okay now.
Yeah.
So it's like a city of
Manufacturing.
and then that's
Yeah. That's because of the community.
There are a lot of Indian people.
India's France, but it's not from India actually.
you have
Indian.
and then
So you every day from outside because what I noticed is they hardly cook.
cook. Like I mean, like you ask us, do we only cook every day?
Yeah.
Not that really.
Not really.
We are not that rich.
Yeah.
But
Many people having outside on every day.
Because you're lazy eyes.
there are a lot of factors in.
I mean, there's so many places to eat.
Yeah.
Many-
Oh my God, of course, double that.
What is it? Padang,
It's
Padang.
the street. You want to be from the street or not?
No, I'm not being that. I think the problem is in vegetarians.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, people don't understand it. Yeah, I take shake also, so.
you don't eat.
I stopped eating recently. I used to eat chicken, mutton, egg. Maybe that was like 4 years. Long.
Can you
We don't have many vegetarians.
Yes.
Many of our local foods.
Yeah,
some
Yeah, it's a famous breakfast, yeah.
But I think you need to know what you guys eat.
Oh, it's just a lot of things, fast food company.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, no, it's from Indonesia, you know.
But it's.
No.
Yeah.
But here, McDonald's.
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
Nice, but it's so famous. People just come to Starbucks. Over there, Starbucks is so costly.
And McDonald's.
But we don't go to McDonald's often, we go to a local store, but here, people go to
Yeah.
McDonald's, it's every time crowded.
I think we can say that it's the biggest fast food chain in
Yeah.
here. in-
KFC.
Yeah, KFC, fried chicken. Yes, but we have some kind of traditional cake here. Yeah, so we will take, that's not traditional. It's actually friends. Yeah.
Some
I'm
McDonald's.
going to. From roles since many guys going off to meet his dad, so guys, I think it's time for us to take a picture, but I think we guys not here yet, but I think it's time for us to announce the best table topic speaker. Ready have?
Yeah, I think it's not.
Okay, so please welcome or welcome
Okay.
Toastmaster, soon to be Toastmaster.
Thank you.
Going to be Toastmaster, right?
Okay. Okay. I would like to announce what do you call it?
The best.
The best table topic speaker of the day. I think the margin is quite like so marginated. It's okay, drums.
Please, everyone.
Don't look into faster, Selena, congratulations.
Thank you.
So
Thank
do
you
have
so
anything to
much.
Say, like, the winning speech or anything.
Oh, so I supposed to get like 10 million or what?
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
You have our hearts.
It's a very nice experience.
Yeah, okay, so it's been a nice experience for you. Do you have anything more to say? It's great. Like this.
What do you think about our club?
Yeah.
or stuff like that?
No, but thank you very much.
But I suppose it's not your first time here, right?
But the,
I think you've been here several.
No, actually, this is my second time, but it way long time ago that I joined this Toastmaster first time around 2020, I think.
Yeah, she's in Becca, you know, and you're in Becca right now. I think
Yeah.
she's working from Canada now.
yeah.
The barista season.
I think
So,
Kiran-
and then I
Kiran
think it's
is-
really great to have you as our best speaker for today. And we
Thank you so much.
we hope to see you here, offline, in person. So if you have time, like perhaps not in this Ramadan month, you know, perhaps in May, in March, May. If you wish to come here, please come because we will be very open. The door will be open for you. So please come here.
Aw, thank you very much.
Let's take a picture. Sarah is the cover. Okay, now I think it's time for us to take with the.
Yes, yes. The clearest area. Purifier.
Yeah, isn't it too far away from?
Ya, ditutupin aja itunya.
Picture like from home
And then we edited.
Kira ngapain gitu ya? Kamera tuh gitu.
Is that okay?
Di ada tombol.
Okay.
I think we can, but I don't know how.
Is there any tombol? Is there any button tuh kan?
Itu tuh, itu zoom kan? Nah, tuh.
Wow.
Okay, we have sophisticated tool here, okay?
And it's really just.
Kita di kiri, jadi cowoknya kan kiri.
Oke, jadi kan kayak ini.
Terus yang itu siapa? Itu foto siapa?
We bring the laptop here. Satu aja, ambil satu aja. Tapi you can bring maybe kita langsung screenshot. Kalau ini susah. Bisa.
Kamera
Tidak
bisa.
bisa.
Ambil.
Ya,
Ini dari sini.
ya bisa.
Kira-kira matiin lah. Kita kita berdua mukanya.
Oh iya, oke.
Foto dulu kayak gini. Yang offline-nya di spotlight juga besar.
Gimana?
Jadi yang offline-nya di spotlight lebih besar.
Coba di spotlight, gimana caranya di spotlight?
Oh, gimana caranya?
Biasanya kalau di spotlight,
Ini yang di sini.
guys.
Okay.
Kiran, ini. Kamera kita ya. 1, 2, 3. Oke,
Nggak apa-apa.
1, 2, 3.
Apa yang harus berhenti? Tapi kan bukan dari buka, gila.
Oke, lihat ke sini sekarang.
Oke.
1,
Tapi kan kiri, yang kiri.
Gimana
Sebentar aja.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oke, bisa ya. Bisa gimana caranya?
Okay, thank you.
Windows, print screen.
Oh, that's
Oh my god. No, I'm tech savvy. We are just
yeah.
purely not tech savvy.
Okay, take it from his camera right now.
Yeah. Okay, so everyone with us taking the picture, that would be the end of our weekly meeting today. I'm going to close the meeting as a Tom as well as the president, so we won't have any double closing. I'd like to say thank you so much for everyone who has made the time to come to our meeting. Before you break your fast, we hope you a delightful iftar or breakfasting is like in next 10 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. And, I'd like to give some announcement first. Tomorrow we will have a division level contest. Someone from our club will be participating on behalf of our club in international speech contest. If you have time tomorrow, you can watch offline at Perpustakaan Nasional in front of Monas, or you can come online through Zoom. We are going
to share the link later to our Instagram and our group, WhatsApp group. Okay. The second announcement would be, throughout Ramadan, we will have the change of schedule from 5 p.m. to 4 p.m. So please tune in from 4 p.m. after you are done with your job, and we will be finished at 5:30, so you have time to prepare for your iftar. However, we only have 2 meetings left in Ramadan because there are a lot of holidays on Fridays. Yay. My inner voice, because we are longing for holidays. Yeah, we are so tired from March to April, Ministry of Finance stuff. So we only have 2 more meetings next week, and the next will be on 14th of April. And both we will have it full online. We won't have it hybrid, because in Ramadan we tend to prepare for breakfasting at home with our family. I hope that you guys understand with that terms, and we are going to see you again offline, I guess, at May 5th, if I'm not mistaken. There would be a new beginning after Ramadan. Okay, I think that would be all of my announcement. I hope to see you again next week, and thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice weekend. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. 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 Bye.